Hi, John. Thank you so much for your time in Blue Radio Colombia, man. It's a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. Nice to meet you.
No, congratulations for the movie, bro. John, I want to first, I want to start talking about what was your first feeling when you saw the movie in black and white.
I've never seen black people look like this in a movie given the subject matter. It's not like it's a superhero movie or it's a action thriller, a complicated love, intimate story that has this. It felt like we didn't necessarily know where we were. We could have been anywhere in the world, but two, African Americans that look like this on screen was something very powerful. Even before they even started talking, it just hit me in such a way. It connected me to like a Paul Robeson or like Sidney Poitiers of the world, and Cicely Tyson's of the world. Just like how great we are as a community, as a people, that we can be on screen.
John, you was producer also in the film. How important was the music? Because the music is so important in the movie. What is the importance of the music in the movie?
Well, Sam has great choice, great taste, and I think it was crucial. It helped set the language and the tone of what we were doing. And personally, as a producer, I'm taking credit because this is true about the end credit song "Liberation" by Outkast, which I always love. And
good song, man.
Right, it just hit, and there's something that was chilling for me. It was such a proud moment when the bass drops, and then you see Sam's name, writer and producer, to end it. I was like, yeah. So we go from that last shot of them outside, and the bass, there's a fine line between, and you see Sam's name pop up. It just hit me in such a deep way, because that song and those lyrics, if you listen to it, kind of are a shared experience with what Malcolm is going through. And a bit to what Marie's going through in the industry. And, it's kind of a sad blues song, but it has this uplifting church-like feel to it. It's great. And then the opening beat number with James Brown was such a celebratory way to introduce the character. And he's dancing, and he's a great night.
Doug Ellington, William Bell. It's very nice. Very nice, the music, man. Yeah. John, is there a part in the movie where Zendaya talks about the prostitution of directors and actors when they talks about the social dilemmas?
Yeah.
How real is that dialogue in the real life?
What did she say? This is some only in America hoe ass shit. Like, I mean, the movie is talking about everybody. I shouldn't say talk. It's commenting. It's dealing with all aspects. Like, nobody is safe. Artists, couples, mac and cheese ain't safe. Nobody's safe in this. We're just talking about real things, and that was a real statement. And and it kind of had to back him up. And it's funny that she said this after his huge rant. That's what she says. She also says you act like this about a good review. Like, you're full of it, dude. You're like, and this is the point of love. Like, she's gonna call him out. She's gonna let him finish. I'm gonna let you finish, but like, I'm gonna call you out. And I think that's what the relationship should be.
Then your performance is incredible. Yeah, it's a really nice. Saw you in the movie, but there is too much dialogue. I will know what was the most difficult part in your performance. I don't know, the sequence shot in the first part of the movie when you dancing and talk is very nice, but there is too much dialogue. How difficult was prepare this character?
It was extremely difficult with the movement. Like they say, actors' biggest nightmare is like a 4-page walk and talk. But how about like a 6-page dance and leap around and talk? Those are the challenges I love, because I really wanted to say these words. The most difficult one was, though, there was a sequence in the bathtub, where he's really talking to her in a way I disagree with. But what he's saying, I actually understand. He's proven a point. I don't like how he proved it, but he's proven a point. But I don't agree with his tactics. I don't talk that way to my significant other. those were hard days. That was a hard day for me. And also when he breaks the door open and goes in and talks about how you cheated on her, those were very, very hard days because I don't deal in confrontation that way. And I had to go there. I mean, the words required it. And what he was saying, I understood. I just didn't understand why he was doing it that way, which we kind of came up with, and the words brought me to that place.
John, thank you so much for your time. I hope you will win the Oscar in April. Thank you so much, and congratulations for the movie, man.
Thank you.
Zendaya, Sam, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you.
No. Zendaya, I want to start talking with you about your performance. This is an incredible scene when you are in the bathroom crying, and another scene when you had the knife. But what was the most difficult scene to prepare of the movie?
I think for me it was probably the knife scene because it was like, it's a double kind of weird headspace to get yourself into. I almost had to trick myself into getting where I needed to go. And because I know where it's going, it was harder to get into it. So with that being said, it took a while. We didn't get it the first time that I tried it. I tried it, a lot of different ways. Sam throughout the line, he was like, you know what, don't even worry about the lines, just say what you need to say. And even that didn't work. So we revisited it the next day, and my approach was like, you know what, try to think about it as little as possible, because when I think about it too much, that's when I get in my own head and I block everything and nothing good is going to happen. So I'm very grateful for my crew also, because they have been through this with me with Euphoria several a time. And there was patience, there was love, and they gave me the space to just go for it and try whatever I needed to get there. But we found it eventually.
Cool, very nice scene. Sam, one of the most important topic to me of the movie was the music. How difficult was select the playlist, the soundtrack of the movie?
Look, there's always songs that I write to. Opening up with Down and Out in New York City by James Brown, which comes from a Larry Cohen film called Black Caesar. That was the first song that I stumbled upon even before I started writing. And I've known the song for years, ever since I saw that movie, and I've always wanted to open a film with it. But that kind of the mood and the vibe of that is what I wanted to kind of bring us into the film, because I think it also helps illustrate how they're in two totally separate worlds. Malcolm is out there celebrating, toasting fictional people, and Marie's just sitting there having a very different night, smoking her cigarette. And then there's a couple of other, pieces that were sort of written into the script. I always love when characters can't kind of articulate how they feel and need to use music to articulate it. There's something that feels very funny to me. So William Bell was written in, Dionne Warwick. And then just as we kind of went along, we sort of started to figure out what other pieces could work. A lot of credit to Julio Perez, our editor, Jen Malone, our music supervisor, for some of the other pieces in there.
No, congratulations for the music. Zendaya, let's imagine that you are a viewer. How can you describe the movie? Is a movie based on a couple discussion? Is a movie based in the real life of the Hollywood stars? Is a movie based in how is the importance of the woman in the relationship?
How would I frame it? I would say not to go in with any kind of expectations. I would say it's not a comedy, but it's funny. It's not a horror movie or a thriller, but it has those elements to it too. I think for me, at least, I think it also has this feeling that it's not necessarily, it's supposed to feel like a play, right? It's supposed to feel like reality, but not like reality. And I think that's what's special and what's fun for us, I think, as actors to kind of play around with, because I've always wanted to do a play. And I think for me, it's meant to not have I think a clear defining side about anything. You know, you're not necessarily supposed to leave thinking that they should stay together or thinking that they shouldn't, or think that someone is the bad guy and another person's a good guy. And you know, that's not the point. I think the point more so is to just open up conversations and continue to be kind of conflicted about what you feel once you've watched it. I think the idea is to leave it either wanting to go say thank you to your partner, or, you know, apologize for something, or call someone that you need to call, or have those discussions about your relationship, or about the moments where you felt like you saw yourself and you weren't proud to see yourself in a character. Or maybe it's maybe this is like the William Bell song for somebody. Maybe this is a way for somebody to communicate, say, this is what I've been trying to tell you, you know. So all those things being said, you know, just go into it with that kind of that thought in mind. Just experience it. It's meant to be experienced, not to be decided upon, you know.
Thank you, Zendaya. Sam, congratulations for the movie. I hope that you will the Oscar. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.